finally catching light of the situation, just now seeing it because of social media and it's trending and yada, yada, yada. But for a lot of us, that's been reality our whole life. So my dad gave all of us the talk. Hopefully, if you're an African American, you've got the talk and you know what it is. But for some of you guys, the talk is the way you're supposed to act when you're stopped by the police, right? I got the talk when I was, I want to say 11. Because of color of your skin, you are now dangerous. You are now a threat.
I always have known that because of the color of my skin, I'd be treated differently.
As a black woman, I feel so lost because look at me. You don't see me as a normal person. You don't see me as a human being.
I was told to always be careful, never fight back, never retaliate. You can stand up for yourself, but you would be stereotyped as aggressive or, you know, angry, mad all the time.
You can't overreact. You have to learn how to coexist without being a threat. And me, I'm 5 foot, 100 pounds.
Black people are loud, obnoxious, I guess, ghetto.
My whole life I've been around white kids. I can't expect them to understand. They have never been in my shoes.
Girl, you don't sound black at all. Like, are you mixed? Like, are you half black? Or you're pretty for a black girl? Why can't I just be pretty because I'm pretty? What does that even mean? That makes no sense to me.
They don't look like me, they don't act like me, they don't dress like me. But at least open your eyes.
It's become so normalized that it's kind of hard for me to be outraged. It's hard to be sad. It's almost exhausting because it also has a lot to do with just the world we live in.
I just wish it didn't take so much violence and, you know, damage for our voices to finally be heard.
You're not cool with the rioting, you're not cool with the looting. Yes, all of that is wrong. You're not okay with something that could be here tomorrow. What about the human race, right?
Are things ever really gonna change? Are we really gonna see any justice? Is there ever going to be peace? You can yell and scream and protest and that, but what's the next step?
Through all this chaos, it's hard right now because I don't have my getaway, right? And my getaway being cheer. Cheer is where I get to go, where I get to feel on top of the world, where I think there's no judgment, right? People love me how I am.
What I like most about dancing is the family-oriented kind of atmosphere. And so from there, I was always in the dance class every year, every session, and that's when I started to develop the love.
I never really struggled with trying to fit in. But at the same time, I'd noticed, of course, that I was only like one of the 5 African Americans in my gym. Like, we were all, you know, treated equally. And that's like one really cool thing that I loved about, like, within my cheer community.
I want to show young black girls you have to work 10 times harder, but it's possible.
I've been racially profiled, been called racial slurs throughout my life. Mostly when I was a kid, but the way you guys spoke to me as a kid affects how I view the world now.
I know lots of my people are terrified for their lives. And living like that every day, it's not the life we want to live. It's not the life I'd want anyone to live.
You know, I wanted to share some of my own personal experiences with Black Lives Matter over the last week protesting around Los Angeles. I definitely saw the news, and I think any normal person would be scared by what's on the news right now. But I was sitting around just like all of you, angry, you know, sad. I couldn't sit around anymore, and I knew I had to make a difference. I'm going downtown to City Hall, where I've been all week, and yeah, we're gonna protest together for Black Lives Matter. I went out to the protest pretty nervous. That was because the media was definitely painting a narrative that would scare anybody. I knew not to listen to that and go with my gut. I found the closest peaceful protest I could, and I got right in the middle of it. I've heard stories from all types of minorities, and I've heard stories from police officers, an African American police officer, and you know, it's been heavy to be there and witness it in person. But with that being said, the things that I've seen there have really left an impact on me, and I think it's important to spread that message globally.
Right. You can't do nothing about that gentleman's live. What's that? You gotta keep your name going on. I'm going to battlefield.
I feel like I do have a connection with a lot of people of different skin colors, sexual orientations, and diverse groups of people that I have met through cheer. And I really do feel like me protesting Black Lives Matter, you know, if anyone, I'm doing this to honor my friends, all of my great cheer friends that are also making their voices heard, the ones that are, you know, nothing but love, and we love to see it. Seeing everybody just unite, like all over the world, you know, all over the country, all over my city, like, you know, just, it's so much overwhelming amounts of love, like, to me at least. That makes me very happy. I see that there is serious oppression that people have been ignoring, and we have a chance to bring light to that subject. I think it's great. If you're watching this and you're an advocate for Black Lives Matter, or you're just thinking about it and you're curious, sign petitions, you know, send emails to your elected officials. Do not ever feel afraid to go out and stand up against this, guys.